reflect on today, we can remember that life is way too short. We never know when life is going to end. I really feel like our day is set. Our D-Day is set. From the time that we are born, our D-Day is set. If we take our lives and we live in a bubble, we will never really experience everything that there is out there. So I decided a few years ago that I would come up with my bucket list. And I have these crazy things on my bucket list. One of them was to jump out of an airplane. I jumped out of a perfectly good airplane. It was an awesome birthday present to myself. Something about birthdays, it becomes my bucket list days. So for this year, I recently turned 40, and I have been the passenger on the back of a motorcycle for years. Multiple boyfriends I've had along the way have had the motorcycle. It's been a lot of fun. The last boyfriend, some of you know, was a little bit on the crazy side. I decided I was no longer going to be the passenger. So I decided I was going to get a motorcycle. But really, did I really want to spend that much money? So I decided to take the motorcycle safety class first. Let's get the license. Let's make sure I even like it. I've ridden passenger. I had never even driven a motorcycle until April of this year. And I'm talking even a moped. It started as a moped. The neighbor's moped. It was a 1972 orange moped. I'm cruising around the neighborhood on the moped. He let me take out the dirt bike. Seriously, it's a dirt bike. I did circles in his backyard. And I was like, this is okay. I can keep the two wheels. It's good. So I took a motorcycle safety class at Johnson County Community College. Started on a Friday. Class Friday night from 6 to 10. Saturday, class from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday, class. Supposed to be 10 to 7. One of the ladies in my class, during the test, she dropped her motorcycle, dislocated her knee. The ambulance came, the fire truck came, the policeman came. The rest of us are trying to take our test to pass to get our motorcycle license. We've got all this activity going on, and we're supposed to be like going around cones and stopping in a square. It was crazy. Somehow, by the grace of God, I passed that motorcycle test. What our instructors told us at that point in time was, here is the piece of paper that says you can go get your motorcycle license. You all need to spend some time in a parking lot. I was like, you know what? I really loved it. I loved riding on that motorcycle. It was a little Honda Nighthawk. It was just a little 500 cc's, means it has basically no power. You can pretty much run faster than the dang thing would actually go. So I began my search. This was in April that I passed the test. I began the search for the great motorcycle. So I've spent a lot of time over the last few months traveling around. So I sit on my little iPad thing at hotels, at bars, at restaurants, and I flip through Craigslist. And I'm flipping through Craigslist looking at all the motorcycles that are for sale. And then I realized, A, it's a good way to pick up men at a bar. Because guys will see you doing this and they're like, do you really have a motorcycle? I'm like, no, not yet, but I have my license, I'm gonna buy one. And they think it's pretty cool. So note to self, any of you ladies out there. The other part to that is, I realized I'm a single female. I didn't have anybody that was ready or willing to go spend some time hanging out at motorcycle places with me. So I went out on Facebook, joined a lady biker group based out of Kansas City, and I put my story out there. I said, I'm single female, I know nothing about motorcycles. Does anybody have any suggestions? Because I'm thinking at this point, I need a motorcycle with a warranty and somebody to make sure that I don't make the biggest mistake of my life. Talked to a bunch of ladies, found a lady up in Worth, Harley-Davidson. She invited me to come up. She was not working on a Sunday, and she said, come up Sunday, we'll sit on every motorcycle, we'll figure out what you want, Karen. Absolutely no pressure. Make the story a little bit shorter, I walked away that day with a motorcycle. But seriously, no pressure. And really, they gave me a heck of a deal on the motorcycle because they screwed up in the financing part. So I got the bike for about $3,000 less than Kelley Blue Book value. I'm on Kelley Blue Book thinking, oh, that's the price, and she comes back with another price, and I'm thinking, what's wrong here? There's something wrong. It was $3,000 difference. They were giving me numbers on another motorcycle, but because we signed paperwork, they had to go with the numbers they said, so rock on for Karen! So that was the start of the motorcycle. I wasn't able to even drive the motorcycle home. I did not have enough experience. I had to have the dealership deliver it to my house. But really, they delivered it to the high school down the street. When he delivered it, that first day, it rained for the first hour. I was riding around circles on a brand new motorcycle with no experience in the rain. It was ridiculous, and the only reason I went home is because I was so cold and wet, I couldn't stand it anymore. 2 weeks I spent riding around circles in that parking lot. I had a friend who, I admit, I dropped the bike in the parking lot the second day I had it. I was able to get it up. I couldn't get it restarted though. I called my friend Jim, and I was like, "Help me out here. I don't even know." And by that point I was so flustered I didn't know the difference from up from down. All I knew was I had sweat pouring down my back, and I was by myself. So he taught me through the whole process. I ended up having on accessory instead of ignition. Not a big deal. Got it started. And Jim, 2 weeks later, he said, "Karen, it's time to get you out of this parking lot." He took me on my first road trip, 30 miles. 30 miles. That doesn't seem like a long time, but when you're on a motorcycle and you're scared to death, you have sweat rolling down your back for the entire time. So 30 miles on this bike with my friend Jim. He has turned into my mentor, my friend. I don't know where I would be without him. We've put about 2,000 miles on our bikes together. I will actually go out by myself without him. So the next time you see the yellow motorcycle parked out front, she's not there today. The next time you see her, her name is Sunny. She has a license plate now. She's officially named Sunny. My new passion is Sunny, and I can't wait to get on her tomorrow. Thank you.